Hey YouTube, it's Gamerdadster here. It's been a while since I've done a video, so I thought I'd do a video on what exactly is Minetest and how is it different from Minecraft. So here we go. Um, Minetest is essentially Minecraft, but written in a higher level language, resulting in the application, the gameplay being much faster. The other thing that differs greatly about Minetest is Minetest actually isn't really a game. And if you're new to Minetest, this is where you're going to scratch your head and go, what's this Minetest thing? So the deal with Minetest is quite straightforward and very simple. Once you know this, Minetest is an engine based on a voxel style engine that allows you to do the 3D swing around and up down looking and the mechanics to creating a game. So Minetest is actually the engine that you need to create a game. It's not actually the game. What they have done is they've packaged a very limited style game on the build that you get when it comes to installing the actual application. So if we were to look at the actual Minetest game, it would look a lot like, and I'm just trying to bring up a folder for you that has it. So here is my installation of Minetest. I've got actually 3 copies running on my machine. I've got version 14, 4.14, 4.15, which is a world I'm creating, or a subgame, and a standard install. The standard install is what you see here right now. All of these icons that you see at the bottom are actually subgames, and you install those in this folder called games. So as you can see, based on the stuff below, you've got Legends of Minetest, Mega Test Game, which is going to be my version or my subgame. You've got Mine Clone 2, which is this one here. You've got Wasteland, which is an excellent and well done game as well, subgame. Then you've got Adventure Test, which is another very well done game right here. You've got Grief Test, which is this one here. You've got the standard. Now this is what Minetest, when you download it, comes with, this version here. You've got Minetest, you've got this minimal development, so it even has less in terms of mods and icons and things you can play with than this game. And then you have a tutorial, for example, that walks you through as a subgame on how to do some of the work with regards to that. Now, Minetest has 2 components. There's a quote-unquote, shall we call it, mini server that runs in the background, which is what this is here. This little window is the that allows, it's the, shall we say, local installation server that when you click on one of these icons, you'll see that, let me just minimize this here. As you switch between the icons, you'll see the load, the various textures loading, the backgrounds, the maps, so you can see the maps, the overlays, and all the rest of this fun stuff getting loaded. So that's what this is all about. That's what this window does. And then when you actually start to hit play, Wasteland is one of my favorites. As you hit play, it'll start up the server, and as you can see over here, you're in the game now. And the gameplay, depending on which version you're playing, which subgame, changes dramatically and has different things. So if you look at the console down below here, you'll see this is very different than the standard Minetest. If you load the standard Minetest, for example, here, you'll see that all you have is hearts. Everything else is gone. And if you load yet a different one other than this one, for example, if you load the Minecraft clone, it'll be even more different. And as you can see, there's stuff that's happening there in the background. And if you look down here, well, now you have armor as well as health, armor, your health condition, and your hunger. So yet again different. And depending on which version you're playing, you can have more or less of that stuff. The Legends of Minetest has very, very similar things, as you can see, except for the icons down here are slightly different. So as part of this version, they've made these subtle changes. So that's my introduction to Minetest. So when you download Minetest and you start playing, you go, oh, this sucks. There's no monsters, or there's not a whole lot of anything, and there's not a whole lot you can do. You're actually not playing to the potential of the game. You're playing to the potential of the engine as it came stock. You need to download some of the add-ons, and I would suggest you go to minetest.net and go into some of the forums and have a look. That's it. I want to keep this video short, so subscribe, like, hate me, whatever. Any feedback, appreciated. I do answer. So my next video, I'll probably be doing some more videos on the actual mods, as I find interesting mods to do as part of my build of the game that I'm starting. So what I've done is I've taken several of the games and I've thrown all of the mods and all of the gameplay and all of everything together in one directory. And that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm doing that to learn how to modify, what to create, what to do, etc., etc. So I have a little version that I'm playing with right here. And if I create a new one, for example, test, you'll see that the introduction screen, test, create. And why isn't this not creating? I have no idea. All right, maybe a bug. In any case, the whole thing will change drastically. So that's it. Stay tuned. More to come. Bye.